Oh Lord. Tide ho. Oh Lord. Ho tide. Lord. Oh my. Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Hey guys.
Hey,
What's going on?
how y'all been?
Because we've been great.
We've been living life, honey.
By the way, I am. Oh Lord.
And I am tired ho.
And this is the TL show.
Yes.
So how have you been?
I've been okay. I don't know, for some reason I think I told you earlier that me and Lord talked about this in private. That sometimes you just wake up and you just feel like, depressed.
Over the day.
Over the day. I wouldn't even I don't like using depressed sometimes or whatever. Especially when you're off and in on depression. I mean, this can come out of nowhere.
It usually does too.
And I think even for people who aren't depressed, it's just some days you just like, I just don't know why I'm just feeling so low. And I think I felt low.
Yeah.
And I think it was like right after I got off from work. I just been really like irritated. It could be I'm tired.
That could be it. And you're doing a lot.
Yeah, I am. And so I think that can be on the mark. But I don't know. But I'm feeling a little bit better now. So
That's good.
that's where I'm at.
That's good. That's great.
But so now, how you been?
I've been doing pretty good. I've been trying to, really get in a good space again. Because I've been gaining a little weight. And
hold that thought right. No, keep on talking. I'm gonna go check and see if I didn't.
Oh Lord, and they got up right along with you.
Oh yeah, they get up with me. Go right ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah, but I had gained a little weight. It's not a lot, but still, it's kind of like all the work I put into getting it off, and it's like, bam, it's back in 1 week or in 3 days or something like that. So it's like I have to go back into doing what I was doing when I was losing, which is like a lot of cutting things out, like cutting sodas out, which I haven't been drinking sodas like that, but I've drunk like maybe a couple sodas.
I gained a pound, just 1 pound. Luna.
So yeah, it's like I gained a little bit, but it's gonna work itself out. I'm gonna definitely get it out of the way and get it going. It's gonna slide right off. But outside of that, it's a lot of school stuff was kind of getting me down a little bit because I was trying to sign up for classes and they wouldn't allow me to sign up for classes, and it's a lot of things that's blocking me right at this very moment. So basically I have to wait till next year to start classes again. So, I was like, I have to figure out something that would help keep me in a positive mood. So yeah, a lot of that gaming, been updating myself in gaming. And I told him this earlier, but I am like watching all of Living Single. And I'm on the final season right now, right at this very second. So, it's just a lot of that. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing. Oh, my goodness. They're like...
Yeah, they're thirsty.
I see. They act like they haven't drunk at all, ever. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a lot of that. Like, a lot of trying to relax and trying to enjoy myself and get to a better place with myself and all that. So, tell them what we're doing today.
We're actually doing something new, you guys.
Yes.
That we never done before. Stop, Kubo. Which is reviews on games, on trailers.
Yes.
We done game reviews.
Oh yeah, and I know y'all are tired of us doing that because we've been doing it for like a long time.
I'm not tired.
I'm not saying us. I'm saying them.
I'm not tired.
But yeah, we've been doing a lot of them. So it's like, you know what? We need to do something different. So today, you guys, we're going to do something new. We're going to watch game trailers and review them. We'll give you a title. It'll be on there. The title for it will be on there. You guys will figure it out. Anyways, y'all are resourceful. But anyway, so I collected 8 trailers. And I'm going to show him all 8 of them. And then we're going to review them. Do a real quick review. It's going to be really quick. Anyway. The trailers are usually at least 1 minute, at most 5 minutes.
Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of going and coming back, you guys.
Yes, it's gonna be a lot of that.
This is breaking news to me, so okay.
It'll be fine. He'll be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the first trailer, you guys, and we're gonna get into this. All right, we will be right back. Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't start it. No, I'm just kidding. I did. I'm gonna do a fake out on you. I'm gonna do a fake out on you one day.
I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta send this picture to Roger.
Okay.
Go right
But
ahead.
yeah, this was the Crew 2 trailer. That's the first one we watched. I picked it at random. It was like one of the first ones that I saw on there. So I was like, I'm just pick this one. The rest of them are more games that I'm actually kind of interested in, and that I feel like you would be interested in seeing about them and all that. So I figured I would show you, some trailers for some games that you'd be interested in, and I would be interested in. So, what's your feelings about the Crew? Which, by the way, it's a racing game, but this is like new vehicles coming out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's just cars or motorcycles and stuff like that. Now they're or planes. They have planes in this game too. Now they're adding this, hoverboards and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I do love a good kind of racing game. Well, I don't like a typical racing game, like Need for Speed. That's just like
me neither.
So things like this, I really do like. I remember growing up, my let's just say I was hanging out with this boy, and he had this certain kind of game on PlayStation where you can race in different kind of things, like a snowboard, bike, car, and all that. So I really enjoyed that.
That sounds fun.
And I really don't like racing games, but I really liked that one.
So I'm the same way. I don't really care for racing games that much. It's like only rarely will I really get into them. I got into Need for Speed, but that was like Need for Speed Underground, where you can customize your cars. I had like a pink car. It was really pretty. And then I had some other colored car, like orange and all that stuff. It's like I got into that one just because you could customize the cars and the cars look nice. I got into this game called Burnout. And that one was the only reason I got into that was because it was about racing, but you could also crash your car. It was about crashing your opponent's car. Or sometimes you crash your car and, like you're crashing cars, basically. Or sometimes you're intentionally trying to crash your car and cause the biggest crash you can cause. So it's all about crashing and, wrecking other people's cars, but also wrecking your car sometimes. So that's the main...
the game with the with the ice cream truck?
What you're thinking of is Twisted Metal. This one was like Burnout Paradise or something like that. And the third racing game that I really got into was Split Second. It's a game made by Disney, if you didn't know that. Fun fact. Disney makes games. And they made that game. It's like, basically, you don't want to crash your car, but you want to crash the other people's cars. So, like, there's environmental things that you can do to cause other people's car to crash. Like, you can go, okay, there's a tower over here. I can press a button and cause the tower to crash down and destroy everybody else's car, and you can, win.
Okay.
So it's like stuff like you do different stuff like that, like
And that's from Disney. Okay.
Listen, car crashing was fun. It was fun.
The Hitler days.
It was actually really fun too. I'm not actually. You know what? We might have to play it one day.
Oh, you have
Me
it?
and you first. Yeah, I do have it still.
Okay.
I have the Split Second, the Need for Speed game that I just told you about, and I also have Burnout. I have all three of those games. When I say love those games, I love those games. So, all right, that was the first trailer. We're about to get into the second one, you guys.
And this was a random pick, you guys.
Yeah, this one was random. The other ones are more like stuff that I figured he would also like, as well as I like. So let's go ahead and get into the next trailer. You ready for it? All right, you guys, we'll be back. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Again, we're back.
Yes, we are.
All right, so This one was Assassin's Creed Origins. I know it's kind of old for a lot of people because it came out like last year, actually. So a little fun fact about this one, you guys, is that this one was long awaited. Like they took like 4 or 5 years to make this one.
Yeah, it looked like they put a lot of work in. I mean, it's so much story. I think it's combining with real life events. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was good to see Cleopatra in there and Julius Caesar and stuff like that, like the Roman life. I love that. So
and the guy that was like shooting at them and all that, the one that had the bird come up to him, he's the lead character. You play him. So this was like also what made it even extra exciting for a lot of people was like this was like the third game with a person of color or black lead. Because so far they've only had 3 games with a black lead. They had Freedom Cry. They had what's the one with the black lady? It was one with the black lady. I'm so sorry, you guys. I remember it. It's not coming to my head, and I actually played it. And I remember you came over when I played it too.
Oh, you're talking about when she was in
New Orleans?
Yeah. Oh,
that one. That was one. And then the other one was Freedom Cry in this one. And so that's like basically it was really exciting because they, like this was like a big deal because okay. Now let me go ahead and give you some backstory about Assassin's Creed before
I'm letting him take over because he know more.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask him how he feels about the trailer in a second. But a little backstory about Assassin's Creed is when it first started, it was like this fresh idea about these people would go into this machine, and if you remember, there was a movie about this game too, starring Michael Fassbender, called Assassin's Creed. It's that same one. And so basically what happened was it was a big deal when it first came out. Although the first game people felt like was boring, it was like an interesting concept. And so basically what happened was they started making games every year. Like they would release a game every year. And then sometimes they would have, and then sometimes they would have 2 games that same year.
Oh, no, that's just doing too much.
And then it was like, to a lot of the fans, it got kind of like stale. Because it was like, we're doing the same game, we're just switching characters. That's it. That's literally it. So it's like, this one, they took a couple years off to do this one. And really like, changed the formula and changed how they could do it and everything like that. So it's like really interesting to see the change and the progress in the Assassin's Creed series based on this one and all that. So it's like they're doing that now where they're like they made this one and the next one that's coming out is called Odyssey. It's based in Rome. It's a girl. Like the girl is the lead. I think it's a girl who's the lead or a guy. It's either one of those two. But it's set in Rome and all that. So it's like interesting. These are like interesting like to see the growth of the character, the people who made the game. But go ahead. How'd you feel about it?
I mean, I like that. I know it's something that I would love to watch a person do because it's a lot.
Now, let me tell you something that they were saying. Like this game is huge. So you know how like Breath of the Wild is like you haven't explored everything yet. Imagine that.
I'm quite sure. I mean, hello, it's Rome.
Well, so, Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, this one's Egypt. No, it's okay, girl.
My bad.
I just check your wig and you. No, but yeah, I know. I knew what you meant, though. I knew what you meant.
So,
but go ahead.
He is really. You guys, I'm sorry if y'all hear a little bell because he's wearing a bell.
And wearing you thin.
Yeah, he really is. But I'm really excited for the Cleopatra character. I love how they put the trailer together to go through the history. And I really liked that. And also, I'm glad that the guy that they chose to be the lead is pretty much so from Egypt. Is he black? I think he was from Egypt.
Well, Egyptians are considered black. A lot of them are actually black. Like Cleopatra, she's Roman. But she was like mixed, I think. But she was mostly Roman. She just became the queen of Egypt because she was, she got married to one of the pharaohs and all that. So, yeah. And yeah, so it's like that. So yeah, he is, because Egypt is like, in Africa. It's like around in that area.
Yeah.
So it's like an extension of Africa. Now that doesn't mean that we need to be like Egypt is where we need to be from, like that. Because like not that's one of the things that I've noticed with hoteps where they like idolize Egyptian royalty and this and that. So it's like, yeah, it's great that Egypt is black, but we have to realize that Egypt isn't the only part of us. Like Egypt isn't where we're from. Isn't the only place we're from. We're from Africa all around. So it's one of those things. But anyways, yeah, that was it. That was Assassin's Creed Origins and all that. Do you want to see Odyssey, the trailer to that, or you want to just go to the next one that I already picked?
We can see that one.
Odyssey. Okay, well let me go ahead and add it real quick. I'll pause it and then we'll talk about Odyssey real quick, you guys, so we can kind of like get into that because it's actually also from what I'm seeing, it looks good too. And all that. So, alright, you guys, we'll be right back. We're back.
Yes, we are.
Now, before we get into it, it is actually the option where you can pick either a guy or a girl. So it's not like one set of person. You can pick whichever one you want to pick and all that. But how did you feel about it?
I see that it, I guess it's on different platforms. Or whatever. So maybe this is where the Odyssey part comes in.
What do you mean, like the consoles?
No, not the consoles. I think the story.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're right.
It says it's in different settings. So, I don't know. I like that.
Yeah, and it looks like it's really fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I say again, it's a game that I will tell you I would not play, but I will love to watch someone play it. Like okay. I think I told you that I used to watch people play Gotham. Yeah,
I remember you told me.
Like I watched that. I will go to sleep watching that. Like I like things like that, so I'm gonna watch it. Okay.
But okay, so yeah, it's one of those games that I'm really interested in too. I really like the newer Assassin's Creed games, how they're looking.
Oh, the graphics.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if you remember, but if you remember when you first gave me the PS4, I did have an Assassin's Creed game, and I still do have it. But that was more before they had to do the changes and stuff like that. So this is like when they were still kind of struggling with the Assassin's Creed games because a lot of people were like and kind of like wanting better. So basically this is like them doing better. Alright, you guys, that was Assassin's Creed. That was fun. Okay, so ready for the next one?
Yes.
Alright, we're getting into the next one, you guys. We'll be right back again. Hello. What's going on?
We're back.
Yeah, we are. So, Man of Medan. Now, this is called Dark Pictures Man of Medan. Fun fact about this game, it's made by the same people who, remember, we played that game with Hayden Panettiere?
It seems like it.
It's made by the same people who made that one. And that other game where we was like, where I was asking you, did you pick to listen to that guy because they gave you a hidden agenda or not? Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
The phone one.
Yeah, hidden agenda.
Yeah. So, those are the games made by the same person. This game is going to be an anthology series. So, it's going to be different stories in one thing. So, it's like you can play episode 1, that's one story. Episode 2 is going to be a different story. Episode 3 is going to be a whole different story. So, it's like a bunch of that going on in this game. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I love a mystery, so I really get down into that.
And it's a horror themed.
I love that the characters some of them were black, even though some were light skinned and black.
Yes.
Just putting it out there. When I guess upon them diving in the water, stupid. Look, me, I don't know. When I look at things and when people be doing things that I'm like, I wouldn't do, I'm like, okay, now why are you doing that? That's not making any sense.
Yeah.
But I do love mysteries, and it looks like it's a mystery.
And it looks like it'll be fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, now I'm not really too much into like ghosts and things like that. But when it comes to video game shit, I like to get into it. I think that's one thing about me. Like with movies, I can watch like it's about ghosts. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, because I do listen to my stories that's on YouTube, like Let's Read It and Let's Read It and Darkness Prevail, Mr. Nightmare, and basically they talk about survival stories, and I love those, but I don't like the ones where it's about ghosts. But when it comes to movies, I mean movies sometimes, and mostly games. I love it when it's about ghosts. I don't know why.
So, do you feel like the story would be interesting to watch? Like just as a person who would watch other people play it. Which also, I think this one's going to be like a PlayStation exclusive. I don't know for sure, but it is made by the same people who did make the other one. So I feel like it might be a PlayStation exclusive.
I mean, they make good games, and I think this one, yeah, I can see it in my future.
Okay.
That's if you get it.
Oh, I will. You know I'm going to be getting it.
Yeah, because I like to finish that. I think that's more interesting than the one when it was at the little barn. Even though I really like that.
Oh, you're talking about the Resident Evil one?
Not the Resident Evil one, no. I'm talking about the one with Hayden P and the Tiara.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
So, we'll see what that do, because it's kind of like a butterfly effect situation, and I hope this one is not like this. I mean, whatever happens, happens.
Well, it is going to be one of those kind of things where whatever you do leads to other things kind of games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, just starting over and stuff like that. I'm like, okay.
I get that. All right, you guys. Last one. Well, not the last one. I was lying. Next one. We'll be back. What's going on? So, this was Cyberpunk 2077, which, by the way, this trailer, the first time they released the trailer for this game was earlier, like 2014, 2015. That was the first time they released a trailer for this game. And they've been kind of like doing stuff ever since, but like doing little things. So it's like now we're actually seeing an actual, like, because it's actually coming out. It actually came out this week, I think. So we actually saw like a bunch of like trailers and stuff like that for ages until finally we got to see the actual game. So what you think about it?
It reminds me of Ready Player One. I don't know why. But
I can see that.
It just reminds me. At first I thought that was just the because every movie most likely comes with a video game, and I thought that's what it was.
2012. That's when the first trailer for this game came out.
Well, maybe the Ready Player One copy off them, but that's what it looked like to me.
No, I can see what you're saying, but it's more like this isn't based in your fantasy. This isn't going into a fantasy world. This is like real life. Like these people are getting cybernetics and stuff like that, and it's an underbelly of the cybernetics. Like there's like a seedy part of it, basically. So it's a bunch of that. So, okay, cool. So, okay. I can see the Ready Player One influences and feeling like what it looks like.
I'm not really too much into, like, futuristic games and stuff like that. I don't like to think that far in the future because who knows what it's going to turn out to be.
True.
So,
he's saying that because his wig is all the way in the past.
Oh, girl, please. But it's still legendary, though.
Well,
it's still on time.
Well, it's more like those forgotten legends that nobody remembers ever and will forget forever. That's really what it is. That's how it is. But go ahead.
You're trying to copy it, honey.
Girl,
okay,
copy?
Girl.
Copy?
You need
all right,
some paper,
girl.
Honey. You need some paper.
Wank.
You need some paper. That's what it is.
All right, girl. Whatever makes you happy. But all right. So, yeah. How did you So you're saying you don't really care for futuristic kind of things that much?
No.
Okay.
And which is funny because my boyfriend does.
Oh yeah. But futuristic stuff is fun. It's because it's fun, I think.
And new and exciting. And
true. All of these words are true.
So I think that's just what it is for him. He loves things like that.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right, you guys. We're going to get into our next trailer. We'll be back. And we're back.
Oh, he bites so hard.
So, that was Spider-Man. How'd you feel?
It's a lot going on. I'm not really too much with the Spider-Man villains and stuff like that. So I would love to see what they're going to produce.
Also, you know, the black guy that was talking, that's Miles Morales. That's the black Spider-Man.
I don't know why he was in the Spider-Man suit.
Because, you know, they had to kind of introduce the fact that he's going to be in this game. And basically, you will be able to play as him. They already said that that's been confirmed. That you'll be able to play as him as Spider-Man. So
absolutely,
it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
What's his name again?
Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles is a black man.
Yes, it is.
I was just making sure, because I was going to say Peter. I don't even think I even know a black Peter.
I don't
know
either.
A black Peter?
No.
I don't know. And I've been to church and, you know, usually they name their kids after the Bible, but it's always David, Joshua,
Joseph, Jonathan, Isaiah. Isaiah's a black.
Oh, yes, indeed. They love that one.
But all right, yeah, it was a lot. I can't wait to see how they go about the game because I'm really interested in seeing the story and everything. Only thing I'm sorry to say for you is this game is Sony exclusive, so you will not be able to get it. So I'm just, sorry about that.
We'll be okay, honey.
I guess.
I know your phone and your wig now, but...
My phone and wig is amazing. We both know that Sony is the only one doing Spider-Man, the game.
Oh, girl.
They also, Sony was the ones who was doing the previous Spider-Man films, if you didn't know that. So that's why we could only, that's why he never interacted with any of the Marvel characters because he was owned by Sony.
I thought you said it was Fox.
No, it was Sony. Fox is the one who has X-Men.
Yeah, but I thought they had Spider-Man too.
No, they don't. I thought they did. I thought they were all together, but no, they aren't. Sony owns Spider-Man, and Fox owns Deadpool and the X-Men.
Okay.
So that's why we couldn't get a lot of, that's why we couldn't get them to all interact with each other and everything because of that particular reason.
And that's why we got them shitty ass movies.
Well, Spider-Man's movies weren't that bad. I do feel like this is the best Spider-Man that we have. He's the best choice of Spider-Man. Yeah. The Tom Holland.
Tobey Maguire was good.
He was. And I liked, what's his name? Andrew Garfield. I liked all of them.
I liked the Andrew Garfield.
I did too. But I feel like he's the best Spider-Man that we have so far. And that's not to say that these ones were like just horrible. That's just to say like compared to this one, he's the best. But alright, you guys, we're going to get into our next trailer. Alright. Hey guys. So, we just saw Far Cry 5, and yeah, this game actually did come out this year. It came out around my birthday. As you can see, it's on there that it came out the 27th. So, how did you feel about it?
I don't get it twisted. I'm a very big deal of religion. And it's kind of like that situation how people say, I want my game to be just my game. And God is everywhere. Don't get it twisted. But, I feel like in this context, what they got, I'm not really up too much for it. So.
Well, okay. So let me explain what the game is about. Now the guy who's like, who's
people in the water.
Yeah, and all that, and he has the cross tattoos and all that. He's a cult leader. So it's like the game is about how people use religion as a way to force their opinions and their what they want on everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, you have cults where it's like the cults get kind of very dangerous and violent because they feel like they're superior and all that. So it's like a lot of just I get what you're saying, but I like the idea of it because it's talking about like white supremacists and cult leaders and all of that, like the really dangerous, seedy types who take religion and there's a positivity in religion, and instead of using it for what its intended purpose is, they use it for them.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. So yeah, but I get what you're saying too. It is kind of like because I actually showed my mom and she was very uncomfortable with the trailer when we first saw it. So
about the same thing with the religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm really still excited and interested in seeing how it goes. Now, this is one of those games where you can actually choose your own character and create your own character.
I will pick the nun. I'll pick the nun.
So you're gonna be a nun going around killing people?
No, I'm being church praying for them people.
Girl, anyways, get out of here.
I ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. I'm gonna be right in the same spot.
Anyways, so all right, you guys, next trailer, and we're like at our last two, I think. We're at our last two, yes. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and sticking it in, you know? Because this is like different. And it's interesting. I hope we can keep this going and all that.
Yeah, then I get to pick the trailers.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We can do that. All right, you guys, we'll be back. Hey, guys. So that one was just Kingdom Hearts 3, which long time coming. I've been waiting. The last Kingdom Hearts game that came out was on the... Oh, actually, they had a recent one. They re-released these games. But the last console version that came out was on the PlayStation 2. So, think about how long that was.
Long time.
Yes. So, that was Kingdom Hearts 3. How do you feel about it?
I love that they interact with all of the Disney, well, not all the Disney movies, but majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the classics like Hercules. I love that. Tango. Who else they had? Monsters Inc.
Mm-hmm. And they had Ratatouille. Did you see that part?
I think that was amazing. I did have I don't want y'all to think I'm a racist because I'm not. I would love to see people of color.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn if they was Asian. Like, long as they have some diversity, I think it's just I'm tired of not having it.
No, I get that. I truly do. I understand.
It's annoying. It really is.
Mm-hmm. No, trust me. When I say I get it, I do get it. But I do want this game. And this game was made in, like, Japan. So it's like, it's like them combining popular Japanese RPG games, which is Final Fantasy, with Disney characters. And a lot of people were talking about this game when it first came out. And it had kind of like this thing where people didn't think it was going to be good. Because, it's Disney. So it's like, why would I want to play a game with Disney characters and this, So it was like one of those games that had a huge cult following, more so than anything. So that's, that was Kingdom Hearts, you guys. I enjoyed it, and I'm really excited because, I've been into Kingdom Hearts since.
All the stuff is PlayStation, you guys, so none
most of it's not. Most of it's not. I will say that Kingdom Hearts is PlayStation and Microsoft and Xbox. Far Cry is both. SpiderMan, from what I know for sure, SpiderMan and possibly the Dark Pictures are console exclusives. And the final one we're going to look at is probably a console exclusive as well. But alright, you guys, we'll be right back and we'll see our final one. Are y'all ready?
Drum roll.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, we'll be back. And we're back. That was the final trailer, Detroit Become Human. You do want to hear the backstory first, then get into it?
Yeah, you can go to the backstory.
Okay, so backstory about this game is they create robots that are meant to serve you and do whatever you ask, basically.
Yeah, I figured that part.
Yeah, until a flaw in the system gives the robots this free will. You know, like to where they feel like they're humans. Or not humans, but you know, like they have their own mind and all that. So it's like now they're trying to break out of this sort of servitude that we set for them, basically. And that's the story. It's about that. And it's one of those choose your own adventures. Like, you can decide to go about it in a violent way. You can decide to go about it in a peaceful way. You can decide to not go about it at all. Or you can decide to be, you know, like somewhere in the middle. It's up to you. These are all your choices. So how'd you feel about it?
I feel like this is where the future is gonna go to. At the end of the day, I'm just saying.
Oh, where we make robots?
Mm-hmm. They already got something walking around already.
Yeah, you know they're trying to do. Oh, you know what I thought you meant? I thought you meant like people. Some of these people that we have are walking around that think that they're saying they're people, but they're not. They're robots. That's why they're okay with killing people. That's where I thought you was headed with that.
Oh, girl.
And so it's like I got quiet for a second. I was like, girl. But you were talking about Sophie, the actual robot.
Yeah. So
what are you chewing on?
And he just going off like this.
What is it?
A top.
You looking like, excuse you? Mm-hmm. But anyways,
they got diversity up in there, so I love that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I mean, I don't know why they be making these games so good, like it's like you watching a movie.
They do.
Like, I'm like, okay, this will be a slam movie. You're like, oh no, it's a game. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really want to really get into it, and I think that is really good. But again, it's something that I will watch a person play. I wouldn't play it because I feel like this is a lot.
And it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've heard some criticisms about the game, positive and negative.
Okay, let's hear the negatives, and then we can talk about
some people in the negative section, they like the idea of the game, but they just don't like that it's basically an allegory for slavery and for the mistreatment of black people. And so they're using our thing for robots. They also
hate that they have for black people or injustice
for robots.
Oh.
And so one person mentioned how they actually have an underground railroad for robots in the game.
Oh, girl, bye.
And how the person who's over it is a fat black woman. And the person asked her, why are you doing this? And she said, at one point in time, my people used to be treated just like you guys are being treated. Mm-hmm. And so people are like, you mean now? Mm-hmm. You mean now?
Exactly.
But yeah,
mind you, this is in the future time, so no, we'll still be in the same.
You was trying. I was
trying to give him some hope. Mm-mm.
Oh no, we'll still be treated like garbage. But sad, yeah, it is. But I mean, it's the truth. You kind of learn to know, basically. But anyways, yeah, that was the games. These were the game trailers that we watched, you guys. This was fun. We might do this again. Well, not might. We're definitely going to do it again.
But I will pick the trailers.
Yeah, he's going to pick them. So most likely they're going to be like Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine. I'm cool with that. And then, we can do one where we both pick, we both bring together 6 trailers and put them on there and then just kind of watch through our trailers and all that. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, that was it. This was actually fun. We should definitely do this again.
Yeah. Y'all gonna say something, Kubo? Kubo?
He's not.
Luna?
But all right, you guys, we'll be back later in another video because this is it.
This is Tide Ho signing off.
And this is Oh Lord. We're just some Tide Heffas with money problems.
Oh, I hate when they lick me in the face. Oh.
I know.
They be forgetting we black. No,
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. All right, you guys. Bye.